I'm just waiting. Hi, Kimmery. Just in time. I was just fixing to say I'm waiting for somebody to get here before I say much. I'm glad you're here. Oh, goodness. Have you had a good day? Long, yeah. Mine's been kind of long too, and I was having fun, but my daughter and I made paper today, and we thought we were going to make, 20 or 30 pages a piece, and we got 5 done each. We each got 5 done. I've got a video that when we get through with the live stream, I'll process it and put it up. It may not actually go up until tomorrow, but about how we made these papers. And Hannah's been wanting to do that for a long time, and so we finally decided this was the day we were going to do it. So um, I wish that I could get a little closer view. This is strange. Let me see if I can. Um, I don't know why it says. It says I'm as close up as I can get, but this is way out compared to when I when I do a video, I can get a lot closer than this. I don't know why camera's in the same spot. I don't know why it's different for a live stream, but yeah, we had a lot of fun. I bought the stuff, the kits, at a garage sale like 10 years ago, thinking I was going to do this with the kids, and we just never got around to doing it. But I kept, every time we would go through our craft stuff, Hannah would say, "Oh, can we make some paper?" And I would say, "Yeah, yeah, but it's just such a mess. Let's just wait until we have a special day." And so we decided when she finished her algebra book this year, then we were gonna make paper. So she finished it about a week ago, and so we made paper today. But hi, Vicki, I'm glad you're here. These are the papers that I made today. Hannah went ahead and took hers in the house. I'll upload the video later tonight. But this one has some silk, some sari silk, very fine, soft, real wispy kind of silk in it. And this one has some flower petals, and they're kind of sitting on top. They're in enough to stay put, but they're kind of kind of sitting up on the top. And this one, because I floated these in without blending them up into the pulp. And so they sit on top more than the other ones. The rest of these, I blended them into the pulp in the oh, what do you call that thing? Goodness, the blender. I did it in the blender. And so this one is some little plant fibers of some sort. Hi, Janet. This one is tea, the tea grounds from a tea bag. And this one is from some kind of Asian flower. I'm not sure what, but I ground those up in the water as well. So out of all that work today, I got 5 whole pieces of paper. So I'm going to make a little bitty, very special journal with it. Because that was a lot of work for those 5 pieces of paper. Let me get the little bags of stuff I put in so you can see what it was that I put in them. Flowers are what I blended up some of them in the blender, and that's what got this, was these. When you could have floated them on top like we did these, but I didn't. I wanted them really to be in the paper, so we did that. And these are these little flowers that we just kind of floated on top. And then this one is some of this wispy little, I don't know if you can even see that. It looks like this. It's real coarse stuff. It doesn't look like something you would actually want to use for very much of anything, but It just says blue natural fibers. I don't know what kind of fibers, but that's what was in this paper. And then this was an herbal tea by, I think it's pronounced Tao. It's TZAO brand, and it was the passion tea. It's a favorite kind of herbal tea. And so that's what I did this one with. And then this one is this stuff. Let me get some of that out so you can see it. It's really kind of amazing. It's very soft and wispy. I got it to spin, to mix in with wool and spin. And I do have some yarn that I made that I put this in. I'll show you that in a minute. But it was really, it's really cool. And it's real soft. And so that's what this is. So that was our paper excursion for today. I'll get those kind of out of the way. I don't want to mess with them too much. But hi, Danny. I don't know if I said hi to you or not, but it's good to see you here. The other thing I did was make some gesso. I wanted something I could pour it out of, and this was the only thing I could find. And well, thank you, Kim Marie. I thought they turned out good too. I was real happy with them. They're very thick papers, though. I'm not sure how easy. I'll have to really score them good before I try to fold them, because they're pretty sturdy. But hopefully I can make them into a little journal. This was the only thing I could find that I could pour out of that I thought would seal pretty good. But yes, Hannah and I had a lot of fun, and that was the best part of it, is making it together. And she even participated in the video. Okay, that was really special for me. So we were both really pleased with with what happened. But a coffee mate bottle would work. Yeah. Hi, Patricia. Glad you're here. So I have gesso now that I didn't have before, and I don't, like I was going to say, I don't know how to make a bottle of something and not fill it up. So I made a lot of gesso. So we're going to have to use gesso on everything for a while now. Yeah, condiment bottles work good. But Hannah will be 16 in July. So she's growing right on up. But she just doesn't normally like to, and she even actually said a few words. She's a fairly shy person. She doesn't really want to be, even be around when the video camera's on, but she participated. So y'all will all have to watch that, and you can see her arms, Oh, but anyway. Oh, I know. My son will be 19 in June, and then she's 16 in July. So they just grow up too fast. The gesso recipe, I don't. And I know what I did. I can tell you what I did. I put in 12 ounces of Elmer's glue and 12 ounces, a little more than 12 ounces, probably about 14 or 15 ounces of white paint. And then a little bit of, so it's a little bit more white paint than glue, but almost 1-to-1. And then I put in a little bit of distilled water to kind of thin it down a little bit. And then I added this powdered marble. I got it off of eBay. This is Frederick's, and it comes like in a 4-pound thing. I can make gesso for years out of this one bag. And I'm not sure what the bag cost, but I want to say it was, $6 or $7. It was really cheap. And I bought that about 3 years ago, and I've made gesso once before this. So, and I did have one bottle that someone gave me of Liquitex gesso, But the Liquitex gesso was so grainy and gritty compared to this. This is so smooth. It goes on and it feels really soft to your hand, but you can write on it with pens or um, pencils. Um, so I really like the gesso that this makes with the marble dust. I know some people do baking soda, and some people do talc, like like powder, or do cornstarch or things like that. But I really like this powdered marble. It really works well. Yeah, baby powder or cornstarch. Yeah, I haven't ever used those, but I've heard they work well. But if you've got your glue, just cheap school glue and white paint, and then some kind of powder to give it just a little bit of tooth. But anyway, maybe we'll get that prompt stick and we can use some of it. Yes, I've seen people use plaster of Paris, but that's not as fine. The powder, um, yes, this is a lot cheaper than Liquitex. That is for sure. That marble powder is so fine, it feels like talcum powder. So I can see why talcum powder would be um, another good choice. Well, make you some gesso with your Mod Podge. You could use that instead of glue. I mean, it is glue, so I didn't even know they had Mod Podge in gallon bottles. Wow, that's a lot. Oh, just 1 second. I wanted to show y'all the yarn that I made with some of that sari silk in it. This is what it looks like. The blue is wool and silk mixed. The silk was dyed. I dyed the silk and the wool both of the same color. And then the sari silk, comes in all those colors, and I just blended it into bats, and then I spun it from a bat form. But I really like it. I think it's pretty. And it's very soft. It's very soft. I remember when I first started spinning, I was like, I don't want to spin wool. I hate wool. It's itchy, it's scratchy, and I'm allergic to it. I can't stand that. But but the but you can get wool that's not like that. And so and when you mix some silk or something like that in with it, it's really nice. So that's I was thinking about weaving me a scarf out of this, but it's really a little bit grayer blue than what I see on the screen. A little lighter. Kind of almost a chambray, gray denim kind of look. But anyway, what do you buy at Joann's with the 60% off coupon? I must have missed that. Is it the Mod Podge? Thank you, Danny. I thank you all. I think it's pretty too. I enjoy spinning yarn, and I like spinning something that I know I couldn't buy. When I first started spinning, I was like, oh, my yarn is, I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. My yarn is thick and thin. It's not perfect. It's not all the same. And I wasn't thinking about, when it's all the same, it looks like it was made in a machine. It doesn't look like you did it yourself. And I like the fact that mine looks like I did it. It's not perfectly even. It has more character. It's a little more interesting that way. But okay, who is Splash? Splash, there you are. I see you now. I don't think I know you. Do you have a regular name, Splash? I'm gonna try to find my paper where I write down people's. Um, I don't like calling somebody Splash, but if you want to be called Splash, I'll call you Splash. Um, Tonight we're gonna do a pick a stick and decorate something in one of these books. So, but I've been talking about some of my spinning and I made some paper today. I'll show those again since there's some of you here that weren't here before. This is some paper my daughter and I made today. I didn't get a whole lot done, 5 pages. That was about all I could get done today. But it was a lot of fun, and we're talking sturdy paper here. So that's what I did today. So do y'all want to go ahead and work in one of these books? If so, which one do you want to do a page in? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Is spinning the thing that you want to try, Kim Marie? It is fun. I first started doing spinning on a hand spindle that I made from a toy wheel and a dowel rod. I still spin a lot of different things on a toy wheel and a dowel rod spindle. It doesn't have to be expensive to be able to spin. I was going to show you. Oh, here it is. One of the things that I enjoy doing, talking about spinning, and I talk about this a little bit in the paper video because we were going to try making some paper with cotton, but one of the things I do is spin cotton right off the seed. This is the cotton. Let me show you on a different one. This is the cotton, and you can spin it right off the seed. It's a slower way to spin, but it's fun. And there's the cotton seed out of the middle, and this is just the fluff. But this is the yarn I've been spinning. It takes a long time for me to spin very much cotton, but it's a lot of fun. What mixture did I use for the paper? I used probably 2 or 2.5 cups of water with a handful of paper pieces. And I know that sounds real technical, but and I put it in my blender. I had to try to keep it down in the bottom half of the blender because that water just whooshes, tries to come up to make my pulp. I used about 2 cups or maybe 3, but I think it was more like 2 cups of water and a handful of the fibers. Hi, Barb. I did soak the fibers for several hours before we started. I soaked them probably a couple of hours. I put boiling water over them and let it sit till it was cool, and then so it would tear up easier in my blender. But that's what I used. It was just some paper that I tore up and water, and then I put the the inclusions I just added in there. There is a fixative stuff you can buy. I didn't remember. I have some because it came with this other stuff at the garage sale, but it wasn't part of the kit and it wasn't in the directions, and so I forgot to use it. So obviously you don't have to use that sizing stuff, but if you use the sizing, like say this paper here, if I had put sizing on it, then I could write on it with ink or something and it wouldn't bleed through to the back. But I didn't use any sizing. And I just tore up paper I got at the thrift store to make my pulp from. So it wasn't any big deal. I'm going to put a video up either late tonight or tomorrow morning about how we did it. And so I don't know that I was very specific about how much of this and how much of that, because it was kind of we just put it all together. I didn't put any sizing in it. You can, and I did have some, but the kit that I bought didn't talk about using sizing, and so I didn't use any. But I did you can buy sizing to put in it, but I didn't put any in it. And it's pretty, it's pretty thick paper, but once you get it dry, it's pretty sturdy paper. When it's not dry, you have to be very careful with it before it gets dry. Oh, let's see if I can put that cotton stuff out of the way. Yeah, you can put sizing in it that will make things supposedly make it stick together better. But if you're making really, really thin pieces of paper, you would need that. But if you make thicker pieces of paper like I did, I don't really think you need the sizing. But after you're through with the paper and it's dry, you can take the sizing and mix it. Let me see what it said. I've got it here somewhere. Okay. This says paper stabilizer. It says it binds paper pulp together. And it says sealing handmade papers prevents ink and paint from bleeding and feathering. To do this, add 1 teaspoon of paper stabilizer to 2 cups of water and brush or spray on both sides of the paper. I haven't done that. I don't know if I will or not. But it also says you can add 1/2 teaspoon of paper stabilizer for every 4 sheets of paper, linter paper, to a quart of water in the blender. And I didn't use linter paper. I just used regular paper. And so that may be why I didn't, why it worked fine without it. I don't know. I'm sorry you're buffering, Barb. I do have it recording on HD setting. So you might go into your settings, that little gear, and see if you can turn it down a few notches, and that might make it not buffer as much. But it wasn't hard to do as far as difficult to understand what to do. It was just very messy and kind of hard work to all the blending and pushing and pressing out the paper, pressing out all the water and all that kind of stuff. You'll see how I made some mess, and it was quite an interesting endeavor. You have to watch the video and you'll see it's there in all its messy glory. So do y'all want to do a pick a stick now, or do you want to just keep visiting? Fixative. Yeah. Yeah, that this came from Hobby Lobby. Like I said, I got it at a garage sale a long time ago, so I don't know if they still sell this stuff or not. But it's not easy to, not hard to use. I just didn't think to do it because the kit didn't talk about it, and I just went by the kit's instructions. You can't vote because you might go to sleep. Okay, pick a stick, Janet. Which journal do you want me to work in? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Or we could do a page in each one, or as far as we can get. Pick and chat. 1. Okay. Okay. Let's start. Do we want to do the cover, or do we want to start with the page here? Let me find I need something to put underneath it. On the cover. Okay. Oh. Okay, I tore up my paper, so it just barely is useful here. All righty. So let's pick the first stick, and it says add a building. Okay. That's kind of not necessarily a thing you would want to start with. But I told myself I was going to just pick one and do it and then pick another one. So that's what we're going to do. A building, yeah. Let me find some. Let's see what see if I've got any. Most of my images are still in the house right now, but I thought there might be something. Actually, I don't think any of this is images. I think it's just all junky stuff that I kept from other projects to work on. Okay, so we're not going to get an image out of that. Let's see. Okay, here's a couple of bags of buildings. Let's see. I mean, of images. These are some things I've kind of fussy cut out. Okay. This was a building from an architecture magazine. See what else I can find that was from an architecture magazine. Might be some more building in here. I know I have more. Except I don't see any in there. Okay, well, let's look in here because I'm not really into that orange. Okay, there's some buildings. We could add those maybe under there. Or we could do them like this and show some buildings. Let's see if we've got any other choices. Let me take these out so I can look at them better. Okay. Oh, there's part of a building. Do we want to put that in there? Oops. Some bricks. That might be good enough to be a building. Let's see what else we've got in here that was from a building. I got a lot of weird stuff in here, but I'm having trouble finding buildings. Okay, here's a building. It does say add on it because I wasn't expecting it to be the first thing I picked. So I just said add a building, but I was trying to find a building that will actually fill up that spot. Okay, here we go. How about this one? You could draw a building, that's true. Let's see. What do you think about that? Does that look okay in there? Or I've got this bricks from a building. It's part of a building. It's not a whole building. Or I've got this that was part of a building. that we could put in there. Okay. You said that one. Is that one the bricks or the white building? Which one, Vicki? Bricks or white building? Hi, Arlene. It's good to see you. Okay, we're going to add bricks as our building. I'm trying to keep me some images that are small because I want to make a book, a small book like Packer Dye is doing her 100 pages a day, a page a day for 100 days or something like that. I can't think what she's calling it, but it's a little book that she's just making image collages, and I want to do that. So I'm gathering up some things I can do with that. Anyway, let's move those out of the way now. And let's glue this building down. Oh my, that sticks out. Okay, we'll throw that one away and get another one. Okay. Okay, we've got bricks in there now. There's our building. So I'm going to set that one aside because we don't want to get it again. Let's choose another one. And this one says use 3 colors. So give me 3 colors to use on this page with these bricks and this cover. Somebody give me 3 colors. Or 3 people give me 1 color. Yellow, green, and pink. Okay, Becky. Yellow. Green. And pink. Okay. Oh, God. Blue, bright green, and purple. See, y'all are different, but Becky was first, so we're going to use hers. Yellow, green, and pink. This looks like Easter. Or I could do a darker of each of those. Let me choose that, and then y'all can decide which one you want. Or we could do these. Left hand, right hand. Left hand, right hand. Spring, yeah. Right hand, okay. I like those better too. Okay. Well, I wonder if I could get a prompt to tell me how to put this paint on, or if I'm just going to have to wing it. Y'all are so funny. Right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. Oh, well, the first one was right, so that's the one we went with. I don't want to cover this up completely. So I'm trying to think what's the easiest way to put some paint on without making a huge mess. Let me get a Okay, I do. I have a credit card. Alrighty, we will do that. I'm just going to put some little bits. Alrighty. I like doing it with the credit card because it doesn't completely cover up the blue, you know, so you can still kind of see it. I said I didn't want to cover up all the blue, but since you can still see the pattern underneath it, I'm going to go ahead and just go for it. Okay. Let's get a baby wipe here and clean our window. Wet, humid, and hot. Well, we're in spring here, but it's pretty hot too. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It was only 84 today, but our weather where I live, the one thing that if you don't like the weather, just wait a few minutes and it'll change. That's what we've always said about Emerald. If you don't like the weather, just wait a few minutes, it'll change. At the most, just wait till tomorrow because it's rarely ever the same thing twice. Let's see. Let me clean this a little bit. I don't want it to stick. And my paper didn't do its job. Okay, let me dry this a little bit and then we'll pick another one. It's funny to me how, you know, oh, I made a mess here. I didn't realize that was still wet there. Let's put it like this. Now I got to clean my hands. What I was going to show you when I was so rudely interrupted by wet paint is that the colors that we got on there, once we mixed them up on there, how good that goes with that brick. Looks really good, I think. Okay, let's pick another stick. Hi, Aristi. It's good to see you. This one says use fabric. Okay. I'm trying to think what fabric I've got out here that might look good on this. Oh. I was at a garage sale the other day, and the lady said, just put it whatever clothes you can in a bag and you can have it for $5. And I saw this and I thought how neat that would be. Well, when I saw it, my first thought was those boho tags that we're doing in Aunt Beck's group. And I may use some of it for that, but I also think this would look really pretty on here. So what do you think? Cut a triangle and make a rooftop. Okay, well, I would need to use something different if I did that, but I could do that. I could just do that little bit right there with the print. Make a roof out of that. Would that work for you, Janet? Or would y'all rather me put some of the flowers on here? Okay. Janet says that looks pretty, so that's what we'll do. Let me find some scissors. Let me just cut out this whole thing for a minute, and maybe I can work easier without the whole shirt. Oh, Vicky says the flower. All right, I'm going to cut them both out, and then we will decide what we think. We need a deciding third party. We could do that. We could put the flowers on the bottom and put this for the roof. All right, let's do that. Okay, good idea. This way everybody's happy. There's one flower. Let's use a different flower over here. Put that one over there. Do you think this looks good for the roof? Yeah, I think it does too. I think it'll work real well. I think it's too big, so we're going to have to decide how much of it we want. And I think about like that. It's about this much. I think that looks pretty good for the roof. Yeah, even the shape's good. You're right. That's like it was supposed to be a roof. The people who made it just had no idea that it was supposed to be a roof. Okay, now then I'm not used to trying to fussy cut fabric. Haven't tried to do that before. Have any of you ever tried to fussy cut fabric? Okay, it's going to be a little bit of a wonky roof because I cut the fabric crooked. Yeah, it probably will. Oh, how funny. Okay, let me cut this flower out too. I'm definitely not very adept at this. Oh, you can tell I'm not a seamstress. Oh, these are only for fabric. That's right. That's right. I can remember when I was a kid and my mother would, I mean, she didn't get upset real easy, but she caught me one time using her fabric scissors for paper. Oh my goodness. She said, "Do you know what it costs to sharpen those scissors?" Uh, well, I've watched some other ladies who do a pick a stick challenge, and I'm trying to think. There's a guy, Mike Deacon, does pick a stick challenges. He and Shell C do pick a stick challenges, and that's where I got the idea of putting my prompts on sticks, was from them. And then I borrowed the list that Cindy Utter has on her Facebook page, and then I added a bunch of my own stuff to that list to make my sticks. So it's a conglomeration of several people's ideas, not my idea. Okay, I think that's going to look pretty. Now we got to do this one. Woo! Hi, Ruth. It's good to see you. Oh, that would be a good idea. Except I don't have an iron out here, and I'm too lazy to go in the house and do that, Ruth. But I'll try to remember that for some time when I'm crafting by myself. I'm going to have to stop and get me a cough drop here in just a second. Okay, there's my other flower. Good grief. So sorry. Okay, we'll save that little bit of fabric. We might do something else with it. Put it on one of those boho tags. But right now, I'm going to start with this. I think I'm going to make them just... Good grief. Hey, Rose. I'm glad you're here. I'm trying to choke on while everybody's watching. No, we're doing a pick a stick. And the first prompt said, what did it say? Add a building. So we cheated and we just added some bricks from a building. The second prompt said add 3 colors. So we did these 3 colors and we got this. And the third prompt said use fabric. And so we're going to use this for a roof and we're going to turn this into a house or a building. And then we're going to use these off of the same fabric to put flowers down here. So that's what we're going to do. Now I've got to find me some glue that'll help this stay on. I've got this Fabri-Tac. You'd think if anything will make this stay put, that would do it, wouldn't you? So that's what we're going to use. Woo! I wasn't expecting it to come out that quick. Usually when I want it, it doesn't come out for a long time. Wow. It was ready today. I guess I haven't played with it in a long time and it was getting jealous of all the other glue. Or maybe our air pressure has changed or something. I don't know. It's just glopping everywhere. Good grief. Wow. Okay, let's spread it around. And I really haven't used this in a while. It didn't like being sealed up, I guess. Okay, we'll put this one down. Now I remember why I haven't used it in a while. It stinks. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry you've had a weird Monday. Okay. Now let me see if I can get some of this glue off from all over me. And then we'll see if we can do the roof without making a huge mess. Okay. See, now it's doing what it usually does, which is take forever to decide to come out. Okay. If I can get a wipe out here, we'll clean this off and put the lid back on. Hopefully I won't have any more fabric to glue down because I don't really want to use that stinky stuff again. Okay. E600. I have heard a lot of people use E6000. Yeah, I haven't ever used it, so I don't know what it smells like. But if it's stinky, I'm glad to know that, so I won't buy it because I don't like these stinky glues. This one really is. It's very, very strong. Okay. There's our fabric. Now let's find another one here. Okay, this one says use blue. So how do we want to use blue? We could make some blue clouds. So what's too much excitement, Rose? Blue clouds, Janet says. Okay. Let me find it somewhere down in here. If I can find it. I have a stamp I made out of some fun foam. Here it is. That's clouds. So let's put some blue on that. So we'll use a very light blue to make clouds. I'll use this as my palette here. Okay. Let's put some blue clouds on here. And then we'll do a little bit more over here. There we go. Does that look anything like clouds? Oh. might have looked more like blue clouds if it wasn't quite so thick. How about we try to take a little bit of that back off. Let's maybe it'll tell me to use gesso now, and then I can make the I can make them look more gray than blue. So this is what we've got so far. So let's do another stick here. This one says glue something. Okay, well, we've glued a bunch of somethings. Do we want to glue something else, or do we want to count the things we've already glued as glue something? Can you put your prompts in my group so I can work them in reverse tomorrow? Sure. Let me put them in the order I got them first here. Add a building, 3 colors, use fabric, use blue, and now glue something. Glue down a sun. All right, that's a good idea. I could use part of this to make a sun. What do you think about that? If we just kind of made it coming in here like this. Glue. I need to get another paper because I have made this one very difficult here. Let's just trash all of that and start over. Okay, let me find something to put underneath it all. Okay, here we go. What is the Z on the end? Oh, of laws. That's a good question. I don't know what the Z is either. Rose, tell us what the Z is for. Okay, let's. So should I put this up here so that it's not on top of the clouds? Because that would be kind of funny to it would be kind of funny to have the sun over the clouds. What do you think? Behind. I agree. Okay. So should I put it there and then cut around where the clouds are? Okay, let's start here with that. Okay, we'll just glue it on and then we'll cut off the extra. All righty. There we go. We'll cut that off in a little bit. Well, I hope it's getting better now, Rose. Come come play with friends, and that always makes things better. Scorched granola is not something anybody wants to start their day with. Oh, okay. There we go. All right, now let's pick another stick here. Yeah, so far they're working out pretty good, Janet. I'm surprised. Oh, this says use charcoal pencil. Okay. I forgot to tell y'all that a lot of these prompts are things I know I have somewhere, but I'm not sure exactly where everything is because I've been starting new things and piling stuff. So if we come to a prompt that I can't find, we'll just have to move on. But let me look and see if I can find a charcoal pencil. Well, I can't find a pencil, but here's a charcoal with some charcoal vine, which I have never tried to use. And I don't know if this will work or not. Like I said, I've never tried to use something like this. So, but let's try to. Okay, let's see if we can smudge it a little bit without getting rid of it completely. It pretty much goes away, doesn't it? Hi, Clara. It's good to see you. Glad you joined us. Let me put some more back on and see if I can smudge it a little less. I'm going to take this down and let it be kind of like a sidewalk or ground in front of the house too. Okay, what do you think about that? Does that look charcoal enough? Oh, good night, Ruth. I'm glad you joined us, even if it was just a few minutes. We loved having you here. Should I add a little charcoal to the clouds? I'm thinking that might make them look more cloud-like. Yes, okay. Let me dry my hands here. I've got last thing you want is to have wet hands when you're using charcoal. Pop them out. Okay. It's okay. Whew. Let's see if we can smudge this just a tad without getting rid of it. Okay, what do you think about that? Does that look good? I think it definitely makes them look better. Folk art whimsical. I agree. All right. Oh, let me get a drink real quick. We'll get another stick. At this point, it gets kind of scary because you're like, okay, what are we going to do next? Use black. Well, we just used charcoal. So what black could we use that would actually be helpful that we didn't use with the charcoal? Black doorknob. You know, that's exactly what I was thinking. And a border. That would work too. We may do both of those things with black. Let me get this charcoal stuff put up. Well, I need to knock that off and shatter it all over the floor. Okay, black doorknob. Let me look at something here. Okay, I have these little tabs. What are they called? Brads, I think is what they are actually. And these are from Paper Studio, and they're from the spare parts. Now they have some black in them, but they're not just black. But I could use one of those for the doorknob. Maybe this one. What do you think about that? Maybe that one for the doorknob. And then we can doodle around the edges with black too. I think that'd be good. Okay. So let's put this right there for our doorknob. That looks cute. That looks cute. I like it. Okay. And now doodling around the edges. Okay. Okay, here we go. I was thinking somewhere I have a food ball pen, and that should doodle over anything. So we'll use it. You can't find these in town, so I have to order them. So when I order them, I order two. And my other one got borrowed by my daughter and never came home. So so we'll see if this one. Okay. Hi, Mary. Oh, you've been here. Have you been here a little while? I can't remember if I saw you a minute ago or not. But I'm glad you're here. We're going to doodle around the edges now. Okay. And I'm not a great doodler, so I'm kind of like scared to doodle. I have doodle fear. There's probably a phobia name for that, but I think down here I'm going to doodle some like grassy stuff. We'll leave a doorway open there. I mean, a way to get to the door. Doodle some grass. Okay. Stitch marks. Okay, that's a great idea, but I need to cut this off first. Let me put these up before I get stupid and use them. Oh. Okay. Now we'll do some stitch marks. I'm going to stitch mark around my son too, I think. That'll be cute. Come on. Let's go ahead and do it up here at the top. Okay, now I'm going to go around the outside here. My doodle stitches are about as perfect as my real ones. Okay. I think I want to stitch around the clouds too while I'm at it. I think that'll be cute. If we're going to go folk artsy, we might as well do it right. Can you tell I can't doodle and try to try to paint anything at the same time? Okay, let's go ahead and do some lines down this side. I don't want to stick my finger in the other lines and smear them. Okay. Some hashtags on the clouds. Oh, goodness, excuse me. Thanks, Becky. I'm liking it. I'm wondering if I should do some stitches down here. I don't know if this will do on the plastic. Yeah, it looks like it's going to. Woo. Oh, let's go ahead and do some across here. All right. Whoa. Okay. Do we want to chance it and pick another stick, or do we want to decide this is good and move on to another page? This is what it looks like at this point. Okay, well, that's what I was thinking. We've only done 7, so here we go. Napkin. Hmm. Okay. I'm trying to think. I just Oh, there's my napkins. Okay. I wasn't sure where my napkins were, but I'm probably gonna knock a box down. Yep. Woo. Okay. Hopefully everything won't end up on the floor. Okay. Here's my napkin hoard. Trying to find something that'll go good on this page. Let me just look down here real quick, and I'll throw a few up and we can vote on them. I don't think any of those would be good. I'm thinking a bird of some kind if I can find one. Or a fish. We could have a fish flying through the sky. We could stick a rooster coming, behind those flowers. There's another idea. Oh, we could put a butterfly on there. It's funny, a bird's what I was wanting, and I'm not having. Oh, there's one. Or we could put a bird on there. Okay, I think those are our best choices. Okay. So I see one vote for butterfly. Nobody else has said anything. Butterfly, bird, rooster, or fish? Any butterfly napkins? Okay, well, we got 2 people saying butterfly, so we're going to go with that because that will be cute and easy. Okay. But now to decide which butterfly. See if we can. Well, that came apart real easy. I figured since I was live, it was going to take me 6 weeks to get that off. Okay. Let's look at this a minute color-wise and decide what will be the most obvious on here. Several butterflies. Okay. We could do a little grouping of butterflies, like maybe these 3, or these 4, or we could do these 3 and then another one on the on one side and then another one on the other side. Let me get my water brush real quick. Okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and try these. Ah, that didn't work good. Made a mess. Okay, we'll do a different group. I haven't ever had that go crazy on me like that before. Alrighty, there's those 3 butterflies. I think those will look cute right there. And then let's think about for this other side, maybe one bigger butterfly. Maybe this black one. Let's go with him. Is he too big? Let's take this blue off the edge here and this red off. There we go. Okay. Now we need our Mary Podge. This is what I call my Mary Podge, Mary. I use your recipe instead of Mod Podge. So above the roof line. So do you want me to move them or add more? Do you want me to move these up here? Or this one up here? Or do you want me to just move the big one up there like that? Does that look good? Okay. Okay, let me get some water here too because I don't want to leave that brush sitting out. Oh dear. I don't know if I can fix that or not. Nope. Okay. He's just going to be kind of bendy. I should have maybe torn that one out a little closer. It's sure not going to disappear like it would on a white background. Oh well. This is what we got. You can call it the Mary Podge. Oh, this is going to have to be cleaned too, or I'm going to end up with it glued shut. And I'm not in the mood to deal with that, so we'll take an extra minute and clean it up. I'm going to dry it, and then we'll see what we need to do to try to hide it a little bit, Mary. While I'm doing this, y'all come up with ideas of how I can make that blend in. Okay. Yeah, drying it helped a lot. I'm not sure what the red background you're talking about is. This was some bricks. This stuff is just paint that I put over this security envelope. This is a fabric, some fabric, a magazine page I cut out. So what are you talking about when you say the red background? Do you mean this back here? All of this? Oh, the security envelope. Yeah. Okay. There's napkin. I'm gonna move that out of the way. And now let's see, that's 3, 6, 8. Okay, 2 more. This one says use turquoise. Okay. This is number 9, and then we would have one more if we do 10. Oh dear, that's right. I agree. Rub a little on the blue in the flowers. Yeah, what's funny is the blue in the flowers really is turquoise. Um, that's exactly what it is. It's really a greenish blue. Um, I think I know what I could do. Paint the sides of the house this. Yeah, that's that plastic part of the security envelope. And I don't know if it'll paint very well, but we can try that. Yeah. Um, okay. I got some jelly pins at Dollar Tree, which I don't know if they're any good, if they're good pins or not, but there was 8 of them for $1. Where I come from, that's pretty good. So there's a turquoise one that we could see if we can get it to do something. Maybe we could do some scribbly circles on the white part here. So there I added a little bit of turquoise. We would have to use something besides this if we're going to add more to the roof. Let's think about that. What other kind of turquoisey thing could I do? I was trying to think if I had a stencil that I could use some paint. I might could just use some turquoise paint and just paint in that design. But it's already got kind of a turquoise design on it. I think I'm just going to say this little bit I added right here in the white, that's going to be my turquoise, because there's already turquoise in the flowers and there's already turquoise thread on the roof. And so, yeah, I could do some dots. Now that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Let's see if I can find one that's okay. I've got this Tuscan teal, and then I've got this one that's called Laguna. They're just this one's a little bluer and this one's a little greener, but they're both kind of turquoisey. Let me get a we'll use the end of a paintbrush to make some dots. Okay, which turquoise do we want to use? I think this Laguna actually matches the turquoise that's in the flowers better, so we'll use it. Come on. Guess I'm going to have to use the scissors on it. Okay. Hi, Mary. We're happy to have you lurking. We don't mind nice lurkers. Let me find something to use as a paint palette here. Okay. Oh. No, I don't want you to fall asleep without getting that done too. If that's something that you need to do. See, now that you've got it done, you can relax and go to sleep anytime. Okay, so do we want to just, you said random dots, and I'm not good at random. I'm going to be real honest with you here. So my dots are probably not going to be terribly random. But I can at least put some dots on it. Okay. Okay, I think I'm happy with that many dots. I could make a ton more, but I think those look nice on it, and this way I'm not overdoing it. So oh, but it might be fun to do them around the roof too, now that I'm thinking about it. Well, I'm glad you decided to come and not miss me, Mary. I'm happy for you to be here. Okay, we're going to go around the... Okay. I think that's all the dots I'm going to do. Thanks, Kim Marie. I'm liking it. What was horrible, Mary? So the film was grainy and cut out over and over, but it's up, and I'm not going to try and change it. What is this? A new video that you put up, or is this something else that you did? Your live stream. Well, okay. I didn't. I'm thinking I was there. Was I there? I can't remember if I was watching just a video or if it was your live stream that I saw. Okay, we're gonna let that be number 9, and let's go to number 10. Rip papers, it says. Yes, today is a weird day. Rip papers. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to exercise my woman's prerogative, and I'm going to put this one back and get another one for number 10 because it's my rules and I can do it. No, I'm not going to put it back. I'm going to set it over there. No, I'll put it back because if I do another page, I might want it on another page. Okay, we'll pull something from way over here. Yeah, I didn't have much trouble with buffering, Becky, but I did notice that a lot of people said that. And this says punch holes in something. It is like meeting for coffee and art with your friends. I agree. Well, I'm glad you're still going to be here, Vicki. But I understand wanting to not mess with the chat and just relax for a while. So go relax. That'll be good. Punch a hole and hang a dangle. That sounds good. Where should I punch a hole? Put another brad in. That would definitely punch a hole. Where would we put another brad? Top right corner. So right up here, is that for a dangle? Or we could put a brad and then have a dangle coming from the brad. I'm trying to think what other kind of brads I have. that might look good besides these little ones that I used as a doorknob. I don't have a ton of brads, so let me look. Okay, I have these little brads that are just different colors. We might could do something with one of those. There's some little tiny ones, and then there's some bigger ones. Okay. I wish I had a butterfly brad. That would be good. I'm thinking that I could put a few little brads in the sun, maybe in each of these little the little pointy things. A small flower one by the door. Good grief, Lisa. Okay, this time I'm really going to get a cough drop. I know I said that earlier and then I didn't do it. Okay, I have an idea. Okay. Let's see what we think about this. Okay. I just punched out a little flower from the sun, same paper as the sun, and I'm going to put it up there on the sun and put a brad in there to hold it in place. Yeah, you could do that too. But I'm thinking I want to be through with this. Oh, and I've got this tiny little yellow brad that will punch a tiny little hole. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. There we go. Okay, like that, up there in the sun. So I'm going to call this page done. I like it. I'm happy with it, and I don't want to go any further and mess it up. So we're going to call it good. And so there's our 10 sticks. Aunt Bet, do you just want me to to post and just make a list of the prompts that I used in my live stream? Is that what you're wanting me to do in the group on Facebook? Yes. Okay. I'll do that. And you know what we could do? We could get the other book and do the cover in the other book and use these same prompts in reverse. No, I think I want to just pick out 10 more for the other book. So let's leave this and we'll make another list for the second book. Are y'all game for doing another one? Or do you want, we want to give up and go home? You're game for another one? Okay, me and Becky are going to do another one. All right. Okay, let's see. I feel like I'm pulling from the same place. Okay. This says sketch something. I want you to know this is my least favorite prompts because I am so not a good sketcher. But it's on there, so we're going to do it. I'm going to use my food ball pen, and I'm just going to make a really sketchy little flower. And we're going to go with that. I don't know if y'all could even see this poor little flower, but okay, so we got that little flower, and we'll make a stem coming down. Very sketchy little stem and some leaves. Okay, there's my sketch something. We're just going to go with that. All right, where did I put that stick? We'll make that our second pile here. Now let's get another one. Oh, okay. Number 2, use powdered pigment. Okay. Let me dry this real good before I'm going to use any powdered pigment on it. This food ball pen is really good for writing over stuff, but it says it's waterproof, so hopefully now that I've dried it, it will be. Oh, well, thank you, Patricia. And thank you, Barb. Okay, let's find my powdered pigments. Okay. And I have two different kinds. I'm definitely going to need something under this because either one of these I think will bleed straight through. Okay. Now I've got these that are the brushos. And then I've got these that are primary elements by Color Art. And they're both really pretty. I was trying to think. The primary elements, well, both of them have some color that's, you know, has, how do you explain it? There's more than one color in the deal, so they so they're multicolored. They're not, it's not, the red is just not red and the blue's not just blue. Anyway, they're pretty. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe put some water on the stem and the leaves and then sprinkle some green on that and see what it'll do. And then let that dry and then do the petals a different color and the center a different color. See how if we can get that to work. Okay, let's go ahead and paint this leaf here. I've never used them on such lightweight paper. I don't know how they're going to do. Okay, let's find a green. This one is called Olive Vine. So that's what we're going to do. These have a little shaker. And so we're just going to tap them. Okay, come on. Oh, there we go. Came out. I don't know if it's not coming out good because I don't have enough water. Ooh, okay, there we go. Wow, I got a lot more out there than I think. That's one thing about these powdered pigments. They really are full of color. Okay. Let's dry this a little bit, and then we'll do the... Oh, good night, Mary. Yeah, don't fall asleep. Get in bed so you can really rest. Okay, this green is really more gold than green. It's pretty though. If we get an outline or doodle one next, we'll draw the leaves back in. If not, I may do it anyway. But okay, now then, let's see what color we want our flower to be. We've got nutmeg, which is browns and oranges. It's pretty, but we've got plumera, which is purple. That one I'm more likely to do. Ginger peach, which is really orangey. Teal zircon. That's the olive vine we already did. And stargazer, which is a lighter blue. I think that's all of them. Leave the leaves this way. Okay. Yeah. Paper towel would have been probably better than what I've got on there. I may do that for the next one. Where is my paper towels? Okay. Stick a paper towel back there when we do the flower. I think I'm going to do this little circle first, and I'm going to use this this nutmeg for that, just so you can see what color it is. Ah! Okay, we got a lot of that. Had trouble getting the green to come out, and this one just went crazy. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and try to dry this, and it will probably, well, let me try this real quick. Okay. Got the extra powder off. Now we'll dry this. Okay. All right. Now then, we've got purple or blue or ginger peach, which is kind of orangey. What do you think the flower petals should be? Purple. Okay. So I think I need to put something under there that's stiffer and might keep it from being, so it'll be flatter. I think that might make it work better. Okay. Oh dear. Tried to dry the edges and I ended up making it worse. Okay. Well, that flower is going to end up, is going to probably end up being big. All right. Let's put some purple on here and see what happens. Hi, Debbie. Oh, 3 of you said peach and I didn't see that. I just saw the purple. Okay. The peaches came first, so we'll do peach. Thank you for calling me on it. I just totally missed that. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to dry this one and then I'll try to blow off the extra. It's pretty on the back too. Look at that. Okay. I don't know if there's. I forgot about those. Okay. These are Color Art Primary Emeralds art pigments. And you can go to the website, the Color Art, COLOURARTE. Color Art. They say Color Art, iridescent sparkle in a jar, 100% pure ground color and minerals that reflect light. Visit colorart.com. COLOURARTE.com. She did a giveaway and I won this set. I don't even remember. It's been a while actually. But they are real pretty. I kind of messed it up there, but anyway. But they're pretty. They're really shiny, on this side, and then over here they just look, like regular pigment. But they're very nice people. I definitely would recommend if you want to try these. And they had a bunch of different sets. I'm trying to remember what set this one was. Let me read what it says about them. Sprinkle Color Art pigments over a stencil directly to multiple surfaces or mix your own shimmering sprays. A binder is required to adhere pigments to multi-surfaces. Wet paintbrush in the solution. Dip wet brush into the pigments. Pick up a small bead of color, mix together, and begin painting. Now, I didn't do that here. I just put it straight in. Yeah, 2 pages with one try. That's right. I did mix some sprays from them. And you can see at the bottom, that's the minerals. And when I mixed these sprays, I did use this solution, the acrylic medium wash solution. It's acrylic polymer. And that's all it says. It's real thin. It also comes with a sheet that tells you how to use it. It says acrylic medium wash. Use full strength for clear glass ornament technique. Mix a fluid acrylic. Mixed to make a fluid acrylic, use 1 part primary elements, art pigments, and 2 parts solution. To make a spray fixative, use the art pigments 1 part to art pigments to make a spray fixative to bind the pigments to the project. Use 1 part solution and 3 parts water. To make a spray, use 1 part solution to 4 parts water, and then add however much pigment you want. They do tell you here their ideas. They say fill a 2-ounce bottle 50% with water, add 1 to 2 scoops of primary elements. A scoop is 1/8 of a teaspoon. I think they even provided a little scoop. I don't see it though. So either they did and I've lost it, or they didn't and I just used 1/8 of a teaspoon. Add 1 tablespoon of the solution to fill the rest of the 2-ounce, and then fill the rest of the 2-ounce bottle with water. Swirl the color in the bottle. Shaking may cause pigment to particulate and plug the sprayer. So when you're using the sprays, they want you to, do it in a circle instead of shaking. And it works pretty good, actually, to do it that way. It may take a little longer, but it works pretty good. If we get a prompt that says use sprays, we'll try those. But, okay. Oh, my stuff's all falling. Okay. Prompt number 3. Oh, thank you, Rose. Use 2 stencils. Okay. So what 2 stencils am I going to use? I have this one out here already, so I may use that one. Don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but just trying to think what else I might have that would be handy and fast to get to. I have this one too, but I don't really like that one as much. Let's see, what else have we got easy within reach here? Somewhere I have some of that. Here it is. No. Oh, let's just get this one to look and look. Okay. Here's a stencil I made out of a Christmas placemat. And it had a design on it, and I just cut out the design. Here's a stencil I made of some trees. There's leaves, there's swirls. Swirls are always good. I think I want swirls instead of dots. So let's take that one. Yeah, that set I won it was like, I don't know, $35 worth or something like that. Yeah, it was a pretty good prize. I was very pleased. Okay, here's a stencil with some butterflies we could use, and dragonflies. I love dragonflies. Let's use that one. Okay. And I'm gonna put that one back up because I decided I don't want it. Okay, so you can buy them on Amazon. When I got these, they were really brand new, and you couldn't get them on Amazon, I don't think. Okay, we're going to put some butterflies and some dragonflies, and we may call that 2 stencils. Well, let's go ahead and do some with this first. Put some background, and then we'll put butterflies and dragonflies over the top of it, maybe. Okay, now what to use? Okay, Mary, you have a wrench now, so you can put a link in. Okay, I'm gonna cover up the flour, and I'm gonna spray this up here. This is not very dark, so I don't know how much it's actually even going to show. Thanks, Mary, for putting the link in. This is the Enabler channel. Rose and I tease each other that we're NABE 1 and NABE 2 because we enable each other. So welcome to the Enabler channel. Okay, that didn't do a whole lot there. I'm going to try again down here. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. I still don't want to get it on my flour. Okay. We're going to let that be stencil number 1. I'm going to dry this a little bit before we do the butterflies and the dragonflies. Okay, where did my 2 stencils prompt go? Okay, do y'all see it? I know I didn't put it back in the jar. Oh, good grief, Lisa. Well, I'm going to dry this. Then Okay. That is so weird. Maybe if I go back and watch the replay, I can watch myself put it somewhere. But right now, I have no idea what I did with it. I'm glad you're writing these down, Becky, because I've lost that one. Let me try to get some of this off my hands. I'm very turquoisey. And these are strong. Look at that. It's not even wanting to come off. I mean, it's coming off some, but not like, not quickly. Okay. I'm going to move these and put them up because they're taking up a lot of space here. Put these little brads up. Well, I even looked in the trash and I didn't throw it in there, so I don't know what I did. Okay. I think I want to use on the right side of your mat. Over here. I don't see anything on the right side. Right under my hand. Are you talking about this? Is that what you're talking about? This is a piece of packaging, part of some packaging. I don't even know what package it was in, but I use it to make that shape on jelly plates. Yeah, it's the right color. You're right. It's the right color. It's just not the right thing. I'll have to show you all what I got at a garage sale. I made a few jelly prints out with them. This lady had these, and I don't know. I think they were somehow supposed to go together, but I couldn't figure out how to get them together to look right. Anyway, I used them to make some jelly prints. Let me get those down and show you because they were fun. There's one. This one didn't show up too much, but there's one. And then here's I really like this one. And then I did this one with some with a piece of fabric that was really interesting. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Something that the lady threw in that bag at the garage sale. She gave me for $1. But it's a woven piece, and it's got all these floats. You can see the texture better over here. But it's really cool on the jelly plate too. See, nothing is not usable. Everything is usable on the jelly plate. Yes. Are you talking about on this one or on these? This was just one print. This one, I did the turquoise and then I let it dry. And then I put the orange over the top of it and pulled it off. But I did let that turquoise color underneath dry. You can't see the turquoise a lot. It just mutes down the orange. Same thing on, where is it? This one. I did the green and I pulled this print and then I let it dry and then I put the turquoise on it and pulled that print. So that's one of my favorite techniques on the jelly plate, to leave your instead of pulling your ghost print, leave it and go ahead and put it, pull another one where you've got both colors. Okay, what is under the black pen on the upper left side of the mat? That is the napkin and a card. And here is a palette knife that I didn't use. I'm telling you, it's disappeared. Okay. Pretend sticks. I know, me too. Oh. I'm probably going to pull it out again in a second and realize I stuck it back in there, but I don't think I stuck it back in there. Okay. Let's find something to make some butterflies with. Okay. We've got ganache, midnight blue, which I think is gorgeous, emerald city. That would probably be pretty too. Either one of those would probably be good for the dragonfly. Gothic purple. Ooh, I think that's it. I think that's it. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Patricia. It's good to see you. 2 Patricias. Wow. That's cool. Okay, we're going to use this one for the butterflies. And you're both Patricia S's. That makes it a little difficult. Okay, let's see if we can get this. Okay, how did I have it where it wasn't covering up anything? Let's go ahead and use this on this one too. Patricia 1 and 2. There you go. Okay, there's our butterflies. That turned out really nicely. I'm thinking about doing a third one that's maybe lighter. Let's try that and see if we can get a lighter version. There we go. Okay, I like those. You're lurking around the internet? That's fine. Lurk all you want. Okay, now let's do some dragonflies because I love dragonflies. And I want some dragonflies, but I don't want them to be the same color. So I'm going to take that off and get a new one. Okay, now then, okay, I think I want to use the green and the blue and mix them up here for the dragonflies. Let's see if that will work. There's that half green and that half blue. Okay. I'm a noisy stamper. Okay, let's fill that up again here. Okay. There are our butterflies and our dragonflies. They fit right in with that pretty flower. Okay, that was prompt number 4, wasn't it? No, that was prompt number 3. Use 2 stencils. Okay. So we have now completed prompt number 3. Whoa, this one's going slow. Okay. Thank you, Mary. Use circles. Okay. Use circles. So what kind of circles do I want to use? Do I want to stamp circles or paint circles or draw circles or use that circle stencil? Take your glue stick cap and use the blue paint you have out. Good plan. All right. I actually think I'm going to use this little bottle because it was in the trash. Okay. Let's see. Where do we want to put them? I guess we'll just put them randomly. Well, that one didn't work out very good. Okay. I wish I'd just done these down here and didn't do those up there. I'm not really liking those. I don't know if that means I need to do some more or find a way to cover those up. We got a lot of sticks left. I'm sure I can find a way to cover those up. So we're just going to let that be it, but I'm going to dry it real quick before we move on. Yeah, I might pick out gesso. You're right. That'd be good. If I ever have if I get a doodle stick, then I can turn them into flowers. But okay. Ooh. Okay, let's move on. Use gold. Okay, gold is good. And I have a gold pen. If I can find it, I can doodle on those circles with my pen. Let's see. They're dry enough. Oh, that wasn't dry. I don't want to ruin my pen. Let me dry a little bit more. I wasn't knowing I was going to have to do that right now. Okay. After I do this, I'll bring it up there so you can see it. It's probably not easy to see at the moment. Okay. And I think I'm going to do a little outlining in gold on the butterfly. Okay. I doodled on those circles and then I doodled on the butterflies. I think I might as well do a little doodling on the no. I'd like to doodle in those on in silver. So let's hold off on this. Maybe something will give me a chance to do that. And if not, I may just do it at the end for fun. Yes, it's a security envelope. This whole journal is made out of security envelopes. I did a video called Truly Junky Junk Journals about how I've made this one. And then, where's the other one? Where did I put those? Okay. And then these were made out of like the political ads and the things that are kind of cardstocky. And we did this one on a live stream. When did I do that? Saturday? I'm not sure. But we did that there, and we just painted this one. We haven't gotten any further than that with it. But yeah, it's a security. This is one of the prettiest security envelopes I've ever seen. I really loved it, so I thought it would be a good cover. Okay, let's pick our stick number 6. I don't want to do this one. Use feathers. Okay, I have a feather stamp. Maybe I'll use that. I know, Janet. I agree. Oh. Good night, Rose. Sleep well. Skips are allowed. Okay. I'm gonna take your advice, and I'm gonna skip it. Let's go on to something else here. Put random words in 3 areas. Okay. Okay, do we want to pull, try to look for a magazine word, or we want to just write some words in? Live, laugh, love. Perfect. So, inspire, create, faith. I love those too. Random words in 3 places, Mary. That's our next one. I'm going to write live, laugh, love here. Inspire, create, and faith here. And then we need some more words here. That'll be 3 places. So, so y'all come up with another set. I smell the flowers. I like that one, Debbie. Hi, I didn't know if I've seen you here, in the chat before. But if I didn't say welcome to you, welcome. Live, laugh, love. Okay. This is not wanting to be very dark. Maybe that's okay. Well, that doesn't show up really well. We may have to rethink what pen we write it in. Usually this one works really well. Let's see if we can go over it again. That iridescent is just really... All right, we're just going to have to let that be good enough. And inspire, create, faith. Inspire, create, well, you really can't see that. I'm gonna have to find a different pen and try to go over that. It looks like veins in the leaf. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. That's what I was going for. Yay for me, it worked. Oh. Okay, Debbie, I don't mind you lurking, but it's nice to know you're here too. Inspire. Create faith. Okay. Well, these are going to have to be hidden words, I guess, because you can't really see them very good. Okay. Oh, let's see. How are we going to do it in the flower? We'll do it in those three right there. Smell the flowers. Let's try going over that one again too. Smell the flowers. Okay. I like believe, hope, and joy too. And that I can do more than three, can't I? You think this is perfect? All right. Well, we'll stop here then. Okay. Next stick. Use alcohol markers. Okay. I happen to know where those are, so I guess we can use them. I guess this is true confession time here. I found these alcohol markers on a really good deal online. They're called Chameleon. And I bought them, but I barely played with them at all, just barely. I don't know why those are in there, but here's some greens. I'll tell you what I'll show you what they're supposed to do. But I'm not going to use them that way on here, but I do want to show you because they are pretty cool if you're an alcohol marker person. Let me find some paper. Okay. What you do is these have this blending chamber here, and you take your marker that it has two different points on it. It's got a kind of a fine point, and then it's got this kind of bullet tip. I think that's what that one's called. And you take this bullet tip and you put it in here just till it touches. You have to hold it straight up. Till it touches this white can't tell if it's actually working. They've just been sitting here a long time, so. Okay. And what it does is take some of the pigment out of the very tip, and then you start drawing with them, and they get darker and darker. Like this. So you can so that you can make them, bleed in and out and all that. For people who are really artists with these alcohol marker things, they can make these do really neat things. They're chameleon is the name of them. And I found them. They were having a special or something on Amazon for a set of them, and I bought a set of them. But they're not as easy to use as I thought they might be, and I'm not that great at it. So sorry, Mary. Anyway, I'm gonna use these. I'm gonna use them full strength though. I'm not gonna do that with them. But oh, where do I put that? And I'm gonna make some grass down here. I'm gonna use the dark one, and then I'm gonna use the light one in the back, bold. And then I'm going to use the dark one in the fine tip and see if we can get something that resembles some grass in here. Okay. Let's use that one, and then let's find the finer tip on this one. Yeah, they blend, but I'm not that patient. So now we'll do some darker. Okay, there's our grasses. Nothing special, but we used them. So that's better than I've done in a long time. That's one reason I did these prompts, because I have all these things and I end up not using stuff just because I don't know how to use it well, or I don't remember that I have it, or whatever. Okay, see, that's 3, 5, 7. Okay, let's pick another one. Paint with a gift card. Bunny Designs. I don't think I have watched Bunny Designs. Maybe I need to do that. I don't really want to paint with a gift card, but maybe I can just do a little bit like that to make a border. Turn the book over. Skip that one. Okay. It doesn't take me much, does it? Stamp a background. It's too late, and this has already got a stamp background. So now I'm in the hang of dumping them. So let's grab another one here. Tinted modeling paste. Okay. Yeah, I could make lines. I could do maybe another butterfly up here, or another dragonfly with the modeling paste. I could do that. So let's see. If my texture paste has gotten all dried out, then I have another thing I can use instead. Oh, it looks like it has. Okay, let's add a little water to it and see if we can make it reconstitute here. If we can't, that's not a big deal. This is another homemade recipe. And I did use talc in this one. It's kind of like making gesso and then adding talc to it, basically, to make it even thicker. I think I got too short of a paintbrush here to start with. Let me get a bigger one. My paintbrush even came apart. It shows how cheap that one was. I'll have to glue that back in place later. Let me find my bigger one that I stir everything with. Okay. This was a paintbrush that was, it had the fibers in it were just coming out everywhere. I couldn't use it because they came out over everything. But it makes a great stir stick, so. Okay, that looks good. The only bad thing about using the texture paste is that it takes a while to dry. So whatever we do on here, we'll have to just leave that alone, that part alone for a while afterwards. Let me get something else to mix my texture paste on. Okay, we'll just mix it on here. So now then, we need to decide what color we're going to tint it. And I think I do want it to be another dragonfly. Any ideas what color you think would look good to tint it? If nobody suggests something, I'll just have to come up with something by myself. You may not like it as good. Dragonfly. I want it to be a dragonfly. Should I do it in a kind of a blue-green since the other ones are in blue-green? I have a this peacock pearl metallic paint. I think that would be good. I have 200, Patricia. I bought a bag of these sticks two bags of these sticks at Dollar Tree, and I just filled them all up. Okay. It feels kind of like whipped cream. I think that's too pale. Let's put some more paint in it. I'm going to have to get out a wipe-off book or something. Maybe I'll get my other book like this and just spread some of this on another page. Boy, that just really takes a lot of paint to color it. I think I'm going to put in a little bit darker blue. See if it'll tint faster. All right, let's see what this does. This one is Deco Arts Dazzling Metallics Ice Blue. And this one is Deco Art Dazzling Metallics Peacock Pearl. I think I put too much water in it because it's really, the paint thins it down, and I forgot about that. But we're going to go ahead and use it. Okay, where'd my stencil go? Okay, let's go ahead and put one. Let's put him right here. Oh, this may not turn out very good because I can't hold it down very good. Oh, we're going to have to start over. Take that off and start over. I didn't hold it down good enough and it just made a mess. Okay, let's wipe him off. Okay, let me dry this area so we can do this again. I may add some, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to add a little bit of this marble powder to it and see if that will thick it. Whoa, let's, oh goodness, I almost dumped the whole bag. I would have had to retire for the night and spend all night cleaning it up. That would have been bad. Okay. Okay, that just looks blue now. I really wanted it more turquoisey than that. Here's a dark turquoise. Let's put some of that in it. We may be spending all night trying to get this to look like something I want. Sorry. I want it to look like it kind of belongs on the page, and that was just too blue. Well, now it just looks like a grayed down version of that. As you can tell, I'm not all that great with color theory, evidently. We're going to use this just like this. Okay. And now then, let me stick something under there. I think that's part of the problem, is that it's on a hill. Where did those things go that I used earlier? Let's stick this under there to be safe. So I've got to have something under there to make it flatter. Oh, there they are. Okay. Put some of these under it earlier. Yeah, that'll be better. Do you have an empty container you could store that in to use later? Oh yes, it would have been bad to drop the bag. Oh goodness. I don't think so. But I have a journal I might can put it in, or just, spread it on something to make texture. That just still didn't work. I just can't hold it down good enough. Or it needs to be thicker. And I don't want it on there like that, so. Okay, can we count it if I used it and then I took it off? Oh, goodness. Let me add some of this to it too. Okay, this is just baby powder, but it's part of what you put in when you're making texture paste. So, and this way maybe I won't spill the whole. I'm scared I might spill that whole bag. Just a second, Cubby. My dog's wanting in. He's feeling very neglected. Okay, this is thicker. Maybe this will work better. Okay, let me let him in real quick so he won't whine anymore. Come on. Okay. Third time's a charm. Yay! Finally worked. Let's see if I can pick this up so you can see. Finally got him on there. Woo! Okay. Now that I've got some that's going to work, I may put a small one right here. Now watch me mess this one up since I'm feeling better about it now. Oh, that one worked good too. Okay. Okay. Now then, I have 2 dragonflies with texture paste. And I just stuck my finger in that one. Ah! Well, he's just going to stay that way. This will be the what not to do. Okay. Now let me find something I can put that texture paste in. Oh, sorry, Cubby. I'm sorry. I really didn't throw that at you. It just fell. Yeah, I really didn't throw it at you. Okay, let's move that out of the way for a second. Let's open this up. And all right, let's just put it on here. We're just going to spread it on here. Give this whole page some background texture. kind of like icing a cake. Okay. Thanks, Barb. Okay, now then let's set this aside to dry over here somewhere. Okay, let's come back here and let's see. We've got 3, 7, 8. We've done 8. We just need 2 more. 2 more. We can call this one done. I think I'm going to dry that just a little bit. Where did my dryer go? Oh, goodness, my brain is beginning to show signs of weakness. Okay, we'll stop with that for now. It's still damp, but let's move on. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, next stick. Okay. I'm not using this one. It says brayer. And I'm not going to brayer over this. So we're going to just stick that one back in. Pick another one. Use feathers. We already threw that one away. Add leaves. I can do that. I can add leaves. In fact, I may just draw over these leaves some more. We'll just add a little Posca over these leaves and maybe add one more. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and outline the stem a little bit too, since the leaves just kind of look like they're on their own if I don't. Okay. Are y'all still here? Am I alone? You're here. Okay. Okay. Well, I just thought maybe everybody had decided they were tired of my antics here. Okay. I'll add a couple of little bud leaves down here. Just so that I can say I actually added some leaves and not just colored over the ones I had. Okay, let's dry this a little bit so I don't make a mess with it. Okay, well, I'm glad y'all are here, even if it's buffering. Sorry about that. All right. There's 3, 6, 8, 9. One more. One more. See what the magic stick is going to be, and hope we can keep it instead of having to send it back. Drop ink from up high. Oh, my. Okay. Drop ink from up high. I think I want this to be flat when I do that, or else it's just not going to do this. No, I agree, Patricia. I'm not sure I want to do it either. This would be up high, wouldn't it? I could just drip a little ink down here. Pass? Okay, I pass. Barb says pass. I pass. We'll pick another one. Use a brad. Okay. We can do that. Use a brad. I could put one of those round ones like I put on the other one in that part of the flower. Or let's see. Let me check something out here real quick. I was thinking I could make the heads of the dragonflies little brads. Let me dump these out and see what we've got here. We've got purple and green and blue. Oh, that's not blue. And blue. Or we could do gold for their little heads. What do you think? You can see that. Maybe just the two bigger dragonflies. Gold. All right. That was kind of my thought too. Should we do, well, I don't even know if I have 4 gold ones. Yeah, there's 3. Okay, we're going to give all those dragonflies gold heads. We could do 2 of them gold and 2 of them with colors. Okay, Mary. I think we're going to just go ahead and do them all gold. Goodness gracious. I'm out of something to drink. Okay. Let's stick this one. Ah. so sorry. Those look really cute. Oh. Well. I'm so sorry. Well, I'm going to head towards bed too. As soon as I get, this is prompt number 10. So there we go. Good night, Becky. My husband has been home a long time. He's probably ready for me to come in too. Okay. Here's what we've got. But I want to do one more thing because I don't like this flower without it being a little bit more defined. And it may not show up much because this is that food ball marker. But it'll make me feel better to kind of sketch it in here. Okay. Now it's sketched in a little bit. I feel better. So I obviously need to go too. Oh, thank you all for helping me make 2 lovely pages. I enjoyed it so much. We'll work on